Shout out to Tawana in the Discord for posting this in the news section. Y'all see the headline. Babysitter arrested after putting 4-year-old boy in the dryer. I can only imagine why she did that, but we're going to find out now. Florida, of course. Woman was arrested this weekend for stuffing a 4-year-old boy inside a laundry dryer and activating the machine. Amber Chapman, a struggling 35, was busted on child abuse charges after the boy told investigators that Miss Chapman put him inside a machine with some towels and that he went around and round, authorities said. The tot was initially taken to an emergency room in February with bruising around his eyes, ears, shoulders, and lower back. The child told the Lake County Sheriff's Office that Chapman of Eustis opened the door at one point in the cycle and then closed it again to resume the tumbling. A medical report on the case stated the doctors found his injuries to be consistent with the boy's statements. After gathering enough evidence to pursue the case, cops arrested Chapman this past weekend and she was later released on a $15,000 bond. She faces a first-degree felony charge of aggravated child abuse. Local law enforcement officials did not release a motive for the abuse. Sometimes I don't care what the motive is, but I'm curious about this one. Like, what would possess anybody to put a child in the in the laundry dryer? And I guess the one thing I can say is thankfully this was a 4-year-old and not a 4-month-old, because that 4-month-old probably would have died. And the 4-year-old's a little bit older, so they could have withstood it. But what made her actually want to do that? Like, it looks like she's on something, to be quite honest. Because last time I checked, clothes go in washers and dryers, not people. Like I said, there's some unhinged people out here, and they said she's 35. That's a hard knock life of a 35. I'm just telling you, that's a hard knock 35. Like in Florida, yet again, y'all just love sending me stuff coming out of Florida. That state is just a hotbed for madness. I'm telling you. But yeah, like, she ain't all the way there. Her, as they say, elevator doesn't go to the top floor at all. If she thought it was a good idea to put a child in the dryer. And then it said that she took some clothes out and then resumed or put it back on and left the kid inside the dryer and continued to let that thing spin. And you know, with the dryer spins in a circle. It spins in a circle, almost like a hamster wheel. So I can imagine the noise it was making in there from his body constantly banging up against the cylinder of the inside of that dryer. Because the thing is, if you wouldn't put your shoes in a dryer, which you're not supposed to do, why would you put a whole human being in there? Now I am curious of the motive. I may never find out. I may never find out why, but I am curious.